Alright, we got Dad's Concord folded out. I've gone through it, done an inspection. It's a nice unit. I like how they do things, but it definitely needs maintenance. I think every single packer wheel, walking beam, and at the top of the walking beam needs new bushings. Probably needs 25 shovels and a few other things here and there. Here is the list that I have for that air seeder. This is what I need to order so far, and we just pulled ours in, and we will go over that now. These are always so fun because of wheel bearings and packer wheels, and it's just, there's so many of them. You're never done with them. But anyways, we'll check tire pressures and wheel bearings. We're gonna go over the shovels. I think there's a few worn out shovels. Harrow tines need a bit more work, but we did a lot to it last year, and we only have 500 or 600 acres to put it over this year. The rest is going to be done with the planter, so it shouldn't be too big a list for this unit. And we'll also need to do something with these seed boots. I've been resurrecting these boots for a long time, and every year there's 3 or 4 that need tabs welded on or whatever, so definitely some work to do, but shouldn't be bad. Someone hit a hydro pole with the harrows on the back, so we got to straighten some of those. But the thing that needs the most work is that cart, but all in all, shouldn't be too much to do. And then we've never run this tractor on this air seeder yet, and I'm excited to be using this instead of 895 this year. So we'll just get this thing serviced up. Also shouldn't need much, and then we will be good to go. We finished up all our inspections for both the air seeders. I have a list for the Amity as well as ours. I got that ordered, and the parts, most of them should be here tomorrow. In the meantime, the new Concord is set up for anhydrous, but it doesn't have the runs on the sweeps that are on it. It used to have big sweeps on it, and the anhydrous chutes were on those, so we cut them all off. Here they are. They've been all cut off and ground down, and these are the ones that are on it now. We really like the smaller ones because they're just more fuel efficient, disturb less soil. I'd like to even go smaller, but it's hard to go smaller with anhydrous. So now we are welding them onto the shovels, which in itself is a bit of a task because they're pre-bent for the big ones, and I gotta rejig these ones. So far I have done 9, and there is 70 to go. So it could take a while. The easiest way to do it is you just bolt it all on the shank that you take off the Concord, so that you know it's all gonna fit when you go to put it back together. And then you just start bending. So I would bend it, I tack that corner, and then I heat it up and then bend the rest of it straight across the back of this shank. Now I'll weld it and then just cut it off at a slight angle. We have someone who comes in and works in the evenings, and so we're pulling apart all the packing wheels and the walking beams and putting new bushings and bolts and new poly bushings as well, because they are all worn out, and when they wear out they start rubbing the wheels. So that's what's going on here. Mine's just folded up over there till we get parts. I'm on top of a bin here so you can get a nice view. We got the tank folded out. We're getting it greased up. It's almost ready. There's the Amity Concord. It's a 60 foot. I'm currently getting smoked up by the chimney, but then there's ours over there. It's only 37 feet. I always really enjoy when everything's all folded out in the yard. You can see all the equipment. We got the planter there, big old Concord, and the little baby Concord. Definitely getting geared up to hit the fields. Hopefully we'll be in the field in a week or two. now I'm just gonna fold out the planter again and park it out of the way. The only thing left to do, we are getting new transport wheels. We found some high flotation, square shouldered farm implement tires that we're getting put on, and the new planters come with them, I think. So I'm really looking forward to it, because this 1790's got pizza cutters and they suck. Well, I'm over here still doing these anhydrous tubes. It's gonna take for sure over a day. It's a long project. But we brought the 936 in, and my brother is gonna start servicing it. Gotta do an oil change and clean the cab. Put this seat in it last year. It's a Grammer. Oh, it's so nice. We got one of these easy quick drains here on it on the oil pan. They're amazing. Everyone needs one. Well, it's a couple days later, and I finished welding all the anhydrous tubes for the new shovels. And Mac started over there, and he is on this side now. Maybe 10-15 shovels left to put on. That was a grueling job, but we're getting there. It's coming along well. So now I finished all the welding for the boots on my dad's Concord, and now I'm working on ours. And we've been resurrecting these things for a long time, and you can see this is what happens. They all just rust through right where the seed tube slides into the boot. We had a neighbor with a bunch of this style boot that he took off because they got too much of an angle. So I grabbed them from him, and I'll just cut off the neck here and then weld them onto these ones right here where it starts to be good metal. Once you get your pieces cut, I just mock it up on the shank like I did the other ones, and put the bolts in, and then you just weld it, boom, just like that, good to go. Well, so I got a bunch of new shovels on, probably changed 11 of them, I think, and my new and improved seed tubes, I fixed those. And now on this Concord, so all of the seed runs and anhydrous tubes, that's all good. Now it's time to start focusing on tires. So we will go through this thing, and I'm going to fill up all the tires. We fill the wings up to 12, mainframe tires up to 15 psi. We do that so they shed mud better, and the mainframe gets a little higher because that's what we transport on. So we will get those all filled up, and then tomorrow I will check them all, and we'll see which ones have leaks, and then we will get those ones changed out. And all the bushings on these Packer wheels, they're all good. We did them a couple years ago, so that's nice. Once we get the tire pressures done, we will check wheel bearings. We're trying to get a bunch of things all wrapped up here, and one of the last things on the planter, the new tires. So they showed up on Friday, and now we will drive up on these blocks, hopefully take 2 off, send them in, bring those back, take the other 2 off, and get those all switched over. We have to change tires 2 at a time so that we can still have this planter up, but these are the old ones. That's the face, and the rest is sidewall. And then here's the new ones. They're definitely wider, and they are meant to be run 25 to 30% less air pressure than manufacturer recommendation. So I'm excited to see how they do. It was a cold morning, so we figured we would pull the sprayer out of the shed We need to get a couple welds done on the aluminum booms, and we just aren't equipped to do that. So we will send it to the welder to get that done. It's not super cold, but it's the coldest morning we have left, I think. So he's just gonna drive out around the yard onto the road. Really not making that big a mess.